Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sunny Savita and in this video we'll talk about the Google Gemini. So guys, recently I have uploaded video related to Llama Index. I started the entire series of this generative AI where I have discussed about the complete and detailed history of the generative AI. Then I came to this Llama Index. Now let's explore this Google Gemini. So in this video we'll discuss the complete and detailed history of the Google Gemini, and we'll see that how we can use the Google Gemini API by using Python. So let's start. So first of all guys, let me show you the complete playlist which I'm trying to record on my YouTube channel. So once you will search about the Sunny Savita, so here guys you will find out my channel, and inside the videos actually I recorded so far I recorded 7 videos. Now inside the playlist actually you will find out the playlist as well related to those video. So here I'm trying to update the generative AI playlist. So far I recorded 7 video. Now many more video coming into the future. If you haven't seen guys, please go and check. Please try to understand about the roadmap, generative AI history, and the Llama Index and all. So guys, yeah, let's start with the video now. Let's start with the explanation. So first of all guys, let me show you my blackboard where I have written each and everything related to this Google Gemini. So step by step, one by one, we'll try to discuss each and every point. So here I have written 4 points. So the first one, I will discuss that what is a Google Gemini. Then we'll discuss the complete timeline of the Google Gemini. So what is the history of the Google Gemini? Before the Google Gemini, what was there? Okay, so each and everything we are going to discuss over here. Then we'll discuss about the variants of the Google Gemini, that what all variants we have of the Google Gemini and which one we should use. And then we'll discuss about the Google Gemini API. We'll try to access this Google Gemini API by using Python. Okay, so let's begin with the Google Gemini. That what is a Google Gemini guys? So here I have already written couple of things. So I no need to write it down inside the class itself, inside the tutorial itself, and it will save my time as well. So please try to understand, and I have written in a refined way. Okay, each and everything I have just written the precise information over here. Now if we are talking about the Google Gemini, so let's try to understand what is it. So Google Gemini actually it's a chatbot and earlier known as a bard. So I think you know about the bard, right? So bard was the chatbot. So Google Gemini as a chatbot only, earlier known as a bard. So former name of the Gemini is nothing, it's a Google bard. So Gemini actually it is based on this two model. First is Gemini Pro and the second is Gemini Pro Vision. So first of all guys, let me show you this Google Bard. So whenever you are searching about this Google Bard, okay, so let me search about the Google Bard over here. So here you can see I am getting the link. Okay, so for accessing this Google Bard, now once I will click on it, so here you can see it will directly redirecting to me to this Gemini only, because now this Gemini become this Google Bard become Gemini. So here I will try to discuss the complete history, then how this Bard become how this they have transformed this Bard into the Gemini. Okay, behind the Bard, what was the model, and when this Gemini came into the picture, and what is the advantage and disadvantage of using this Gemini. So Gemini, as I told you, it's nothing, it's a chatbot. So definitely you can check it over here. If I'm writing over here hi, so here definitely is going to be reply me, and I can ask anything. It is similar to the chat GPT only. So here let me show you the chat GPT. So yeah, it is similar to the chat GPT only. Now if I will write hi here on the chat GPT, so you can see it is giving me a reply. Now I can talk anything over here. I can ask any sort of a thing. So definitely in between the session I will again come to over here. Okay, so now let's try to talk about the different point. So Gemini actually it is based on the Gemini Pro and the Gemini Pro Vision, as I told you. Now here guys, I written couple of more point. So Bard or Gemini, it's a chatbot similar to the ChatGPT. I think you already got to know about it. Now ChatGPT actually it is based on this GPT 3.5 and its variant. So we are talking about the ChatGPT guys. So ChatGPT is an application similar to that. Gemini is an application. ChatGPT is based on GPT 3.5 and its variants on top of the variants, right? And Bard actually or Gemini Now recently it's a Jimy, so it's based on the Gemini Pro and the Gemini-pro-vision. If you want to check out the model or okay related to the chat GPT, so simply you can search over here over the Google itself. Now here I can search about this open AI models, so you will find out all the model related to the GPT and all, right? So here is a GPT-4, GPT 3.5, and the complete family of the GPT-3 and GPT-4, right? So GPT-4 3.5 turbo, this was the main model basically they were using behind the chat GPT. Now you can see they have updated also, so updated GPT 3.5 turbo. Here is a context window, training data, each and everything they have mentioned over here. Similar to that, here is a GPT-4. Actually it's an advanced model and it is having some vision based capability also, so we can provide the vision based data, means we can provide the images and the video based data as well to this particular model. Okay, so I hope you got the clear cut idea, you got the clear cut understanding. Now let's try to understand something more. Now whenever we are talking about the Jimy, so Jimy is nothing, it's a multi-model, right? It's a multi-model large language model developed by the Google Deep Mind. I think you are able to understand what I'm trying to say over here. Now here the question is, what is a multi-model? What is a multi-model? So let me write it down over here about the multi-model. So multi-model means the model basically which is capable to text to text translation, okay, text to text generation or text to text translation, and the second is image to okay, image to text, okay, image to text generation. So this type of model actually it is called multi-model, which is able to do the which is able to do the homogeneous task as well as the heterogeneous task. Now here guys, if I'm writing text to image generation, text to image generation, or image to image generation, so this Gemini actually it is not capable for this text to image generation and image to text generation, right? So it is only able to generate this image to text and text to text only, means whether you are passing text or you are passing this image, it is going to generate only this text, and that is why it is called multi-model, and it is having this multi-model capability. But as a output I can only get text. I hope you are getting my point, what I'm trying to say here. Now let's try to discuss the history of the Jimy, that what is the history behind this Jimy. So guys, Jimy is nothing, this Jimy model actually it's a successor of Lambda model and Palm, okay, Lambda. So what is a lambda here? LAMDA. Lambda is a large language. Okay, lambda is a language model for dialogue application, right? Lambda actually it was the model of the Google, which they have released for the conversation, right? So we'll try to discuss the complete and detailed history of the lambda. I already written a couple of points. I will come to that. Just wait. Now here the second model was the Palm. So it's a successor of lambda and Palm. These two specific name I have mentioned. Thus, what is the full form of the Palm, guys? Tell me. Palm means pathway language model. I hope you already know about Palm, and maybe you have used it, right? So because it was an open source model, maybe you have used the pre-trained version of the Palm, or maybe you have fine-tuned it according to your task. And the latest version of the Palm is Palm 2. But nowadays it's a legacy. No one is using this Palm. Everyone is using this Google Gemini Pro because it's a updated version of this Palm on top of this Palm. Okay, now here let's try to discuss about this lambda, Palm, and this Jimy. So here I have written couple of points basically, and based on these particular points we are going to make a comparison. So here the very first point is launch date, the second is size of the model, the third one is a variants of the model, and the fourth one reason behind creating this model. So the very first model is a lambda, right? So let's try to discuss about this lambda. When they have created a lambda, okay, and what is the size of this lambda? What are variants we have of this lambda? Each and everything we'll try to discuss here. If you want to know the logo, if you want to get a logo of the lambda, so here is the logo. So this is the logo of the lambda. You can even search over the Google. Now here you can see. So this model actually it developed and introduced in 2020. They have introduced in 2020. Now first generation lambda was released in 2021. Okay, so they have introduced in 2020, but the first generation they have released in 21. Then the second generation they have released in June 22. right? So first they have introduced in 2020, it was a beta. Then in 2021 they have released the first generation, and then second in 22. Now if we are talking about the model size, guys, so what do you think about the model size? So the range from between this 2 billion to 137 billion parameter. What was the range of the model? Tell me. So the model range or the model size, basically it was between 2 billion to 137 billion parameter. Now it was trained on 156 trillion watts on 1.56 trillion token, around 1.5 trillion token. Okay, so it was trained on a huge amount of data, and the data was the public dialogue data, means it was the conversation data. Okay, it was the conversation data. So I think you know about the chat gpt. So in the chat gpt also, the gpt model which they have trained, so in the supervised fine tuning they did the dialogue specific training. So before this gpt na before this gpt only, they have trained the lambda model based on this dialogue specific data, and based on the web document. I will come to that. When this chat gpt has been released, and when this Google Bard has been released, right? So each and everything we're going to discuss here, don't worry. Now, if we are talking about this Lambda, so Lambda was a family of conversational large language model, as I told you, developed by the Google. So I think you got the enough amount of idea related to this Lambda. Okay. Now let's try to discuss a few more things over here, few more interesting point. So the next point is, I would like to show you here. So the next point is about the chat gpt. So if we are talking about the chat gpt, guys, so chat gpt was introduced in November 2020. As you know, like, this is the birth date of the chat gpt. It's not a birth date actually, it was a release date of the chat gpt. Now if we are talking about the Google Bard, okay, so after chat gpt Google released the Bard, so the release date was the February 2023. Now why I'm saying it, why I'm talking about it, now you will get to know. Because Google was doing something, but ChatGPT, the OpenAI released the ChatGPT, and they literally got shocked. They even don't have, like, they didn't have the idea that what happened actually, because internally they were planning to release something, and suddenly this OpenAI released the ChatGPT. So this is the release date of the ChatGPT, and here's the release date of the Google Bard. Now the next thing is what? The next thing is POM. Okay, POM. Now what was the full form of the POM, guys? Tell me. So we are talking about the POM, Pathway Language Model. So specifically they have built, or they have created this model for the multilingual translation. Okay, now here you can see, or here I have written a couple of points related to this POM. So this POM actually first introduced in 2020 April. Okay, just try to remember the date, because it is very, very important. And it remained private till 23. Now guys, see, they have released the Google Bard. They have released this Bard, and behind this Bard, which model was working? The model which was working, that was the POM. Okay, Pathway Language Model. Google was planning for it, but Google even didn't had the idea that this OpenAI will release this Chat GPT in November 22 itself. Okay, so they have introduced POM in 2020 itself, and it was private only till 23. Okay, then Google launched API. Okay, means ChatGPT, they have launched the ChatGPT, right, in 22, and after that this Google launched API of POM in February 23, and along with that they have released the Bard. So Bard actually, it came up with the POM only, the POM model. Okay, Pathway Language Model. Now if we are talking about the size of the POM, so here you can see the size of the POM. So POM, okay, which is having 540 billion parameter. It's a like heaviest model in the POM. It's the biggest model in the POM. Okay, now it's the largest model in the POM. Now here the model is called MedPOM, that is fine tuned on a medical data set, and it outperforms previous model on the medical QA benchmark. So it was a very good model actually, which has been trained on which has been fine tuned on a medical data itself, and it was having around 540 billion parameter, and it was the a largest model. Now here they have extended this POM for the vision also. Now name was the POM E. Okay, it was the state of art vision language model. Then in May 23 actually they have released POM 2 in May 23, last year itself, right? last year itself they have released this POM 2. Now here POM 2 was having 340 billion parameter, trained on 3.6 trillion tokens. So here you can see the specification of the Palm 2. So Palm 2, the model basically which you was using, and the model basically which was behind the Bard, Google Bard. So here the parameter was around 340 billion parameter, and here the tokens was used 3.6 trillion tokens. Okay, tokens means words. Now in June 23 actually, Google announced audio Palm as well. So there were different variants of the Palm, and the Palm basically it was the model which was being used behind this Google Bard. So behind the ChatGPT, the model name was the GPT 3.5 Turbo and GPT-4, and behind this Bard, Google Bard, the model name was the Palm. Now guys, what happened, so now let me explain you this like a Gemini and all. But before that, I would like to show you something. So here, if you want to know more about this Palm, so you can visit this Wikipedia page. So here they have discussed each and everything related to this Palm. And if you will search this Palm over the Google, then definitely will get this particular page. But now this Palm API is legacy. You cannot access this Palm API. Actually now it become to the Jimy. So let's try to talk about the Jimy, that what is a Jimy and what is the advantage and disadvantage of this Jimy. Okay, now here guys, let's talk about the Jimy, and it's going to be a very interesting. Now just focus over here for a couple of minutes. So here if we're talking about the Jimy guys, so Jimy, they have released this Jimy at 6th December 2023, means I think 2 to 3 months back only they have released this Google Jimy. Now it was the powerful LLM. It's a powerful LLM actually. It's capable for doing a lots of things, lots of tasks, and it's a multimodal. Now here I have clearly mentioned that this lambda and where I have mentioned guys here. So this lambda and this Palm actually it's a successor. Okay, Jimy actually it's a successor of lambda and Palm. Means the idea they took of the Jimy from the lambda and the Palm itself. And here we have a different variants of the lambda and Palm. I think you got the enough amount of idea related to this lambda and Palm. Now this Jimy actually it's a state of art model, and it's a largest and most capable AI model that Google has claimed so far. Now, if we are talking about the next point, so it's a multimodal. I told you what is the meaning of the multimodal. So it can understand the image and audio and video, and it can generate the text. As of now, it is only able to generate the text. Okay, it is only able to generate the text, but the future model, which they are going to release, the Gemini Ultra model, I will talk about it. So it has that capability so that it can generate the images also. I will come to that. Now here it is able to solve the tasks related to the math, related to the physics, related to the programming language, translation, code generation, sarcastic, it can handle the sarcastic thing, everything. Okay, everything. And this Jimy is having that much of power. I will show you the benchmark also. I will come to that. Okay, don't worry. Now here if we are talking about the variants of the Jimy, so we have 3 variants of the Jimy. So the first variant is Gemini Nano, the second variant is Gemini Pro and Gemini Pro-Vision, and the third variant actually which is called Gemini Ultra. So first let's talk about this Gemini Nano. So if we are talking about this Gemini Nano guys, so this Gemini Nano specifically they have designed for these smartphones. For what guys, tell me? So specifically they have designed for these smartphones. Now it's the smallest member of the family, means we have a Gemini family, right? So it's the smallest member, this Gemini Nano, it's the smallest family, it's the smallest member of the family. Now here it is executable on Android devices such as Pixel 8 Pro and Samsung 24. So yes, these mobile actually already they are using this Jimy, even though this they haven't released this Samsung, but yeah, definitely whenever this phone will be launched now, in that you will find out this Gemini Nano for the AI capability. Now the third one is basically we have 2 variants of the Nano. So the first is called Nano 1, which is having 1.8 billion parameter, and the second is called Nano 2, which is having 3.2 billion parameter. I hope you are getting it. Now the next one was the Gemini Pro. So guys, this is the main model actually which we are going to use, and which is responsible for this Gemini chatbot. Means behind this Gemini chatbot, this Google Gemini Pro they are using. Now it's a fundamental, okay, it's a fundamental backbone of the Bard and Jimy. I think already I have written it. Now it's not a Bard actually, it's a Jimy. Now using for web, actually this model they are using for the web only. Web, I think you know the chatbot which is running over the website. Now here you can see the feature of the Gemini Pro or Gemini Pro Vision. Now let's try to discuss like what all feature we have of this Gemini Pro and this Gemini Pro Vision. So the first feature, which is called text code generation, and here you can see text to code generation. So whatever like text we are passing, and based on that it will be able to generate the code. The second thing is API integration. So Google AI Studio and Vertex AI. So what is the meaning of it? So API integration. They have released the API, and we can integrate this API with any sort of a language, like if we are using Python, Node, or Java, with any sort of a language, right? So they have released in a different languages, and it is supporting to the different languages as well. I will show you that once I will come to this Google AI Studio, means once I will come to the documentation of it. Now the next one was the multi-language understanding. So it is having a multi-language understanding because it has built on top of this PaLM pathway language model, which was already having the capability to understand the multi languages. Okay, so the next one is what? Scalable. So what is the meaning of scalable? Actually it can handle the large complex data on a Google infrastructure. So let's say if you are using this Google Gemini Pro, right, if you are using the API, and let's say if you are going to integrate this API in the Vertex AI, right, through the Vertex AI, actually you are using this Google API, or you are using it over the Google infrastructure only, over the Google server. So yes, you can do the you can achieve the scalability over here, and it is able to handle the large and the complex data set as well, right? Now the next one is market research and analysis. So it is able to do the latest market research. Okay, it is capable for doing analysis as well, and based on that it will provide you the result. So market research and analysis is one of the most important component of this Gemini, because based on that it can be up to date with the recent information. Getting my point? I think yes. Okay, the next one is creative writing and storytelling. So whatever feature actually we have seen in the Chat GPT, yes, so the same type of feature actually we have inside the Gemini also. But Gemini, they are saying that Gemini is a better compared to the Chat GPT, not in every terms actually, but yeah. So mainly they are comparing this Gemini Gemini Pro Vision and this GPT 4. Mainly we have a comparison between that. But here this Gemini Pro, actually you can think that it's a similar to that GPT-3 only, GPT 3.5. And yes, it is having some sort of a benchmark where they are saying that it is performing well. I will show you that in some time. Okay, now why you should use the Gemini Pro? There is a specific question, why should you use it? So here the question is, you can increase the productivity, you can reduce the development cost basically by using this APIs and all. You can enhance the creativity, you can streamline the workflow, means basically with any tools or with any framework you can integrate the API and all. With the different languages you can access the API, so you can streamline the workflow. That's it. So this is the this is the benefit of the Gemini Pro, and that's why you should use the Gemini Pro whenever you are going to build any sort of a application. And if it is required, definitely you can try it. I will show you in some time that how you can access the API and all by using the Python. Now if we are talking about the pricing, guys, so I will come to the pricing. So what is the pricing of this Gemini Pro? Now here the last one is the Gemini Ultra. Now guys, this Gemini Ultra, actually it's a, what I can say that this Gemini Ultra, it's the future of AI. Okay, so still they haven't released it. It's still they are into the beta version, and I will show you the pricing and all related to the Gemini Ultra also, how you can access it and what is the cost behind this Gemini Ultra. Now let's discuss a couple of points over here related to this Gemini Ultra. So the very first point which I would like to discuss here, that is what, it's a future of AI, and they are saying that by using this Gemini Ultra they will be capable to achieve this AGI. AGI means what? Artificial General Intelligence. What is the meaning of it? So here they are trying to build a superhuman. So human is having their own capabilities. Okay, so they are having their own capability limitations and all, but this model will not be having any sort of a capability. It will be able to do every sort of a task. If we are talking about the Chat GPT now, so it's just a prototype of the AGI. Chat GPT is not able to do everything. Even it is not able to pass every exam like UPSC, IIT and all. Okay, and the different other exams also, because it's not having the every information, the precise information. But this AGI which they are trying to build, artificial general intelligence, it will be more capable to it will be more capable than this prototype which we are seeing nowadays, like Gemini Pro and the other one. So Gemini Ultra, and OpenAI is building the Q Star. I think you already know about it. So Q Star and this Gemini Ultra, and we will be seeing the super war between this Google and this OpenAI in the near future. And guys, definitely. Now here, what they are trying to build, they are trying to build the AGI by using this Gemini Ultra. Now it's designed for the complex and intricate tasks with unparalleled efficiency. So they are saying that this Google or the Gemini Ultra, actually it has been designed for the complex and intricate tasks, means the tough to tough task, and it can handle that with the unparalleled efficiency, right? Now here it's a adaptive learning. It is like capable for the adaptive learning. What is the meaning of adaptive learning? Adaptive means so let's say new data is coming. Okay, I have trained my data. I have trained my model on a huge amount of data. Now new data is coming, so it can easily adapt the pattern of the data. Okay, it can easily adapt the pattern of the data, whatever new data is coming. Easily it will be retrained and it will be able to generate the response. Adaptive. Okay, adaptive based on the environment, based on the data. Okay, now here the sad news is it is not available as of now. If you look into it, so you won't find out that it is not available publicly. The second is pricing not available, even though they have released the price, but it's a first version of the Gemini Ultra, and it is just for the specific person, and you will have to wait for it. Okay, so you will have to wait for it. If you are raising the request for accessing this Gemini Ultra, so you will get it in some time, not immediately. Got it? So here guys, I have kept couple of differences between this Gemini Pro and this Gemini Ultra, the future of AI or the superhuman. So let's try to discuss a couple of differences. So we are talking about the target platform. So PCs and more powerful platform can be used on highly complex platform and devices, not only till PCs or this mobile phone. We can integrate with a with other type of software as well, other type of platform as well. So one example I can give you, like related to the NASA. So NASA is launching a different mission related to the space. So in those rockets, in those devices, yes, definitely they are trying to use they are trying to they will try to use this Gemini Ultra, because I have read one article, and in that they have specifically mentioned their team, actually this Google AI team, they collaborated with the NASA team, and definitely they are doing something amazing. So they are giving more AI capability to those system or to those software as well, right? Now key features. What is the key features? So power Google Bard chatbot and features for complex queries and reasoning. Yes, definitely this Gemini Pro is having that power. Now we are talking about the Gemini Ultra. So most powerful model and excel in multimodal tasks. It is the first to outperform human expert to MMLU. So MMLU means what? Multimodal linguistic. Okay, so it can solve multi languages, or it can handle the task related to the multiple languages. So that's the meaning of MMLU. Now we are talking about the performance. So slightly slower than the Nano, but capable of more complex tasks. So Nano, actually it's a small variant, but yeah, it's a it's a higher variant compared to the Nano. And yes, it is slightly slower, but yeah, it is able to capable more complex tasks. That's why people are preferring to this this Gemini Pro. Okay, now here if we are talking about the Ultra, so largest and slowest among all the version, however it's the most comprehensive in abilities. Yes, we know, because it's a very huge uses, so suitable for deeper analysis and complex problem, can be used for advanced application, require extensive multimodal interaction. Means it's a higher one, it's an advanced version. You can think this Gemini Ultra is nothing, it's an advanced version. Now if we are talking about the ability, so will be available under Google Bard advanced chatbot with advanced capability. Means it is available under the this Google Bard, or nowadays it's we know as a Google Gemini, right? So it's a backend model of this Google Gemini. Now will be available for the developers and the enterprise. So yes, it is available just for the developer and the enterprise. It is not for the public as of now. Okay, so I hope you got to know the complete and detailed history of the Google Gemini. Now guys, just try to revise it, just try to look into it. And now the next one is what I need to do. I need to explore the API. Okay, so now what I will do guys here, so now I will explore the API. Okay, API of the Google Gemini. But before that, let me show you something just for your learning. If you want to know more about the Jimny, you can refer this particular article, the article of the Wikipedia. Okay, now if you want to like know about the Google Palm, guys, so here is the article, Wikipedia article. Again, it's a very good article. Now here you can see, so this is the website of the Jimny. Now if you will search about the Jimny, you will find out it. Now this has been developed by the Google Mind. Okay, so DeepMind, Google DeepMind, it's a branch of the Google which is like dedicatedly working on the AI related product. So here you can see they have specifically mentioned this DeepMind.google. Now here you can explore like the Jimny and all, right, the different feature of the Jimny. So here is a Jimny era. You can read about it, why they have created a Jimny and all, latest update, each and everything basically you will get over here. So see what is the latest update inside the article. Basically they have mentioned each and everything. Now the next thing is what capability. So what is the capability of the Jimny, right? So meet the first version of the Jimny, our most capable AI model. So you can see they have mentioned each and everything. So Jimny is the first model to outperform human expert on MMLU, massive multitask language understanding. I told you na, multi-language understanding. Multitask language understanding means in a different languages. So here you can see the accuracy was the outperform, and here specifically they have mentioned about the Jimny Ultra. So they started from the Jimny Pro and now they reached to the Jimny Ultra, and it's a like superhuman, this Jimny Ultra. Now here you can see, so they have mentioned the differences as well. They have mentioned the clear-cut differences between this GPT-4 and this Jimny Ultra. So the capability, okay, general capability, benchmark means MMLU, okay, multitask language understanding. So here Jimny Ultra was quite good compared to the GPT-4V, okay, or GPT-4 basically. Now big bench, hard drop, Hala swing, right? So these are nothing actually, these are the different data set, or these are the different tasks actually, right? Task on top of this task, actually this is nothing, it's a benchmark. So if we are talking about this big bench hard, so here diverse set of challenging tasks required multi-step reasoning. So this task actually it is related to the reasoning. So they are testing this model on a different benchmark. If we are talking about this drop, so drop is what, reading comprehension. So here you can see the accuracy of this Jimny Ultra, and here you can see the accuracy of the GPT-4, right? Now here you can see Hala swag means common sense reasoning. So here this Jimny was not well, and here this GPT-4 was doing well. Now math, so GCM at 8K, so it's a mathematics based problem. Math actually, so here is a challenging problem. Now where this Jimny performing well, so here the Jimny performing well compared to the GPT-4. They have mentioned it guys, right? So you can read more about it. Now if you want to do the hands-on, so here yes, they have provided you for the hands-on and all, right? You can read the blogs and all, everything is there. Now guys, if you want to build the application, that is very important, and that we are going to do in our class, in our tutorial itself. We are going to explore the API of the Google Jimny in a very detailed way. So here you can see they have clearly mentioned build with Jimny. So you can check with the Jimny apps also. So here I was talking about this this Jimny Ultra. So they have mentioned the price basically. So they are charging around 2000 per month. And here you can see Jimny Advanced. In that what you will get, so in that actually you will get the most capable AI model, that is Ultra 1.0. Actually it's a beta version only, and yes, developers and the enterprise actually they can take a advantage of it, and this is the price, right? This is the price. Now it is having a free trial also just for the 1 month. Now if you will click on this style trial, so definitely they will give you the details on all that, how you can do that. You can add the credit card, you can make a payment from the Paytm wallet and all, right? Different payment option. Now state of art performance, designed for highly complex tasks because it's a Jimny Ultra only. 2 TB of storage now available soon. So Jimny is Gmail, Docs and more, right? So now this thing is getting evolved. Actually it is not completely evolved, it is evolving, and it is going to become the artificial general intelligence, AGI. Got it? Now yes, so we'll try to explore the API of this Jimny guys. So here you can click on this build with Jimny API. Now by using this one, you can access the API. Okay, once you will click on this one, then definitely you will be able to generate a API key, right? And here guys, they have given you the documentation as well. So by reading this documentation, by going through this documentation, definitely will be able to do a lots of thing. In the next video I will show you that, because this video is going to be quite long. Okay, so definitely in the next video I will talk about it. And here you can see Python, Go, Node.js, Brave, Swift, Android, REST API. For everything they have provided this Google Gemini guys, right? So this Google Gemini API. Now here, from here you can generate the API key. It's just a playground. So definitely in the next video, in the next tutorial, in the upcoming tutorial, we'll talk about it. Now as of now, I'm like concluding this tutorial because the video is going to be quite long. And yes, in the next video I will discuss the complete and detailed overview of this Google Gemini API by using this Python. Okay, we'll try to explore it. So I hope guys you like this session. Now if you liked it guys, so please hit the like button, please subscribe the channel. I will be coming up with many more video like this. And yes, this type of content actually takes lots of effort. So please hit the like button, please subscribe the channel, and please share it with everyone. In the next video we'll discuss the Google Gemini API. So until guys, thank you, bye bye, take care, have a great day. Thank you.